Digestive system. My topic is the digestive system. I'm so excited to explain about it. Here we go. Digestion. Digestion, the chemical breakdown of complex biological molecules into their component parts. Like example, lipid to fatty acids, proteins to individual amino acids, carbohydrates into simple sugars. I'm going to explain in Hindi about it. That is, शरीर के जो बड़े अणु होते हैं, कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स, फैट्स, प्रोटीन्स, वो छोटे अणुओं जैसे ग्लूकोज, फैटी एसिड, एमिनो एसिड में तोड़ते हैं, जो हमारे जीवन के लिए एनर्जी प्रोड्यूस करने में काफी हेल्प करती हैं. इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर अस टू लिविंग अ हेल्दीएस्ट लाइफ. Now we move forward. Function. What is the functions of digestive system? It is produces various chemicals to break down the food, filters out harmful substances, and gets rid of solid wastes. Firstly, we understand about produces various chemicals to break down the food. Basically, भोजन को पचाने के लिए छोटे छोटे टुकड़ों में तोड़ने के लिए विभिन्न प्रकार के पाचक रस और रसायन बनाता है. हानिकारक पदार्थों को फिल्टर करता है और ठोस कचरों से छुटकारा दिलाता है. Like stool, which is passes through anus. Now we move forward. There is a process. There is two process which we can see as it is mechanical and chemical. Now I'm going to discuss about the mechanical process. It is changes the physical form of food by shape, tear, grain, mass, mix. हम जब खाना को भोजन को अपने अंदर लेते हैं मुंह के द्वारा, तो हम इसे चबाने के थ्रू, कुचलना, मैश करना, मिक्स करना, इसके द्वारा हम उस प्रोसेस से आगे की ओर डाइजेशन सिस्टम को आगे की ओर बढ़ाते हैं. नेक्स्ट वी गो फॉर केमिकल. Chemical changes the chemical composition of food with the aid of digestive enzymes. Changes the chemical composition of food with the aid of digestive enzymes. Example, carbohydrates, proteins, lipid. Basically, we can see the carbohydrate is also known as polysaccharides, and it is breakdown into disaccharides, monosaccharides by the help of enzyme maltase, sucrose, lactose. Also, we see in protein, protein also known as polypeptide, and it is composite into shorter peptide amino acids by the using enzymes help of that enzymes are pepsin, trypsin, and chymotrypsin. Also, We can see in lipid, the lipids are also known as triglyceride. Here, it composite in fatty acid and glycerol, and in this, the enzyme used, we the help is taken by lipids. It is a involuntary function totally, which happens in small intestine. Now we move forward. Digestive enzymes are special proteins that help break up large molecules of food into very teeny molecules that can be absorbed and used by the cells in the form of nutrition. As we discussed before, that how large molecules of food into break down in teeny molecules like carbohydrates, breakdowns in monosaccharides, disaccharides, proteins, breakdowns in sort of peptide, amino acid, and lipid breakdowns in fatty acid and glycerol. Understand? Now we go for move forward. Features of digestion, that is ingestion, movement, digestion, absorption, and further digestion. That is the phases of digestion. Now we all know about ingestion is kind of food we take in by mouth, and the process starts by mouth and go by esophagus and in stomach. Also, it's again in large intestine, small intestine, and it's excreted by our excretory system or anus. Movement is a basically the peristalsis movement is happened in digestive system, is like a baby like movement. Digestion, absorption, and further digestion. The digestive tract. Digestive tract is a long muscular tube with many sections and areas. As you can see in diagram, it is a long muscular tube with many sections and areas. Begins with mouth and ends with anus. That is mouth and that is anus. In this diagram, we can see many parts of organ: liver, gallbladder, duodenum, pancreas, stomach, pharynx, tongue, esophagus, and all. We move forward. The digestive tract. Parts of the digestive tract. There are many parts of digestive tract, that is mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, and large intestine. You can see here in diagram all organs here. Accessory parts. Accessory parts means which organs helps in digestive system to digest the food, and that is teeth, tongue, salivary gland, liver, gallbladder, pancreas. It is It is the organs which helps in digestive system, but not in a path. That organs in not in a path, but helps it by surrounded. We will see it move forward, how it helps in digestion. Move mouth. Okay. Now I'm going to discuss about mouth. What is the function of mouth? So here we go. What is the function of the mouth? Food enters in the mouth or oral cavity. Tasting. फूड हमारे माउथ के द्वारा एंटर करता है। माउथ के द्वारा हमारे हमें टेस्ट की भी अनुभव होती है। इट ऑल्सो वर्क इन मैकेनिकल ब्रेकडाउन ऑफ फूड। इट्स ऑल्सो हेल्प्स इन सिक्रीशन ऑफ salivary gland, salivary amylase. Okay, now first let us study the structure in the mouth that adds dilatation. Okay, what happens inside this mouth? There's a teeth, and teeth helps in cut, tear, crush and print food. टीथ हमें हमारे भोजन को काटने में, कुचलना, पीसना, ये सब में हेल्प करता है, जिससे भोजन को आगे जाने के लिए सहायता मिलती है। Without this process, we cannot think about the digestion. So it's a very important. Salivary gland produces and secretes saliva into the oral cavity. ये हमारे oral cavity में saliva produce भी करता है, secrete भी करता है, like parotid, submaxillary, sublingual. पैरोटीट जो होती है हमारी चिक्स के नीचे चिक्स के नीचे होती है, जो कुछ ऐसे सिक्रेशंस करते हैं जो हमारे फूड्स को एंजाइम्स with the help of enzyme it's made into digestion. Parotid beneath the cheeks submaxillary. Okay, so maybe we move forward. Saliva moistures the food and contains enzyme, tyline or salivary amylase that begins digestion or starch into smaller polysaccharides. Yes. Mouth. In mouth, we can see tongue, and its function is mixes and rolls food into teeny mashed up bits, which calls bolus. Bolus means भोजन का निवाला। ये हमारे भोजन को मिक्स करके छोटे छोटे टुकड़ों में मसल कर रोल बनाकर अंदर की ओर जाने में हेल्प करता है। और tongue also pushes the bolus toward the pharynx and into the esophagus when swallowing. जब हम निगलते हैं खाना को, तो जो भोजन का निवाला होता है उसे फेरिंग्स की ओर धक्का देकर पुश करने में हेल्प करता है खाना को निगलने के लिए। It is the anatomy of the mouth and throat. You can see the diagram of mouth and throat. You can see gums here, hard palate, soft palate, velar, palatine tonsil, trachea, esophagus, thyroid bone, laryngopharynx, epiglottis, oropharynx, tongue, oral cavity, hard palate. Now we go for human deciduous and permanent teeth. Okay. Deciduous means it is a milk teeth, also called milk teeth, and it is also called temporary teeth. There are three types of baby teeth, also called baby teeth and decidual teeth. There are three types of decidual teeth, that is incisor, canine, and molar. As you can see, incisor, canine, and molars. There are eight in number of incisor. There are four in number of canine, and there are eight in number of molars. Total, we have 20 residual teeth or temporary teeth in our life, basically, we can say. And it is erupting around 6 months and fall at age of 6 and 12 to make way for permanent adult teeth. सो बेसिकली हमारे रेसिडुअल टीथ जो होते हैं वो थ्री टाइप्स के होते हैं इंसीजर कैनाइन मॉलर्स इंसीजर जो होते हैं वो 8 होते हैं संख्या में मोलर्स जो होते हैं वो 8 होते हैं और कैनाइन जो होते हैं वो चार होते हैं टोटल 20 होते हैं हमारे टेम्पोररी टीथ्स एंड वी कैन सी एज परमानेंट टीथ टोटल टोटल हमारी बॉडी में जो भी है टीथ परमानेंट 32 32 होते हैं 32 दांतें होती है and there are four types of permanent teeth: incisor, canine, premolars, and molars. There are in number of incisor, there are eight, canine